Hey guys, welcome back to the Honestly Maybe podcast, where we talk about our passionate opinions, our humongous feelings, and everything else we're still figuring out.
Yes, I immediately went looking there because usually my camera's there,
And
but
you're
it's
here.
there.
Yeah,
Hey
it might
guys.
look a bit
We
different
switched.
if you're watching. Oh, it's good to be back.
It's good to be.
I mean, it's been 2 weeks for everyone listening because we're consistent, but
Right. It's been over a month, I think.
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah.
Wow, yeah, it has been.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, because in the last episode we were like, I'm so curious what the rest of May is going to be like, and then June, and now it's July.
When I think about it, I think it was the 21st of May.
Was it?
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
Because it was before my shoot.
Yeah.
It was the week before my shoot. That's
Wow.
why I remember. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the check-in.
How are you?
No, I want to do like a highlight, low light. Or do you want to do how are you?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fragile. Yeah, I'm feeling fragile and emotional.
Retweet.
Yeah.
Ew, is that even a thing? That doesn't
Yeah,
exist
we
anymore.
can. Well, we don't do
Repost.
Twitter, but yeah. Like, share.
Repost.
Steal
yeah,
stories.
Share, yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's it. And, I don't honestly feel like I have the capacity to go too much into it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll save that.
Clear.
I think next episode,
Right.
we'll have a bit more space and time.
Yes.
How are you?
Honestly, same girl. Completely same.
Yeah.
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 I think specifically, like, I don't know why. Like, last episode I was talking about how good I was with my routines and with my daily habits, and I feel like I had like a classic slip up where when you feel good and everything's going fine, you start thinking to yourself, oh, I don't need to do that every day.
Right.
I don't have to do my affirmations every day. That's fine. I can skip one or two.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, I was out of my routine, and I think it just kind of snowballed from there. And then the last 2 weeks, my girl, it was intense. So yeah, I'm trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
And get back. Yeah.
I hear you.
My God.
Do you want to tell me your highlight of the week then?
Oh, my highlight?
Last week.
Right. Well, my highlight was definitely last weekend. Last weekend I had a gig, and I was working at a festival both Saturday and Sunday, and we also stayed over there at a hotel, and it was honestly so much fun. It was great. We had a really cute little club, few girls, we all drove there together, and it was great weather, just great company, and it was just so much fun. It was great.
That does sound fun.
That was
a little trip.
It really was. And it revived me in a way that I didn't know I needed. Yeah.
Why do you think?
I think it's strange because I don't feel like in day-to-day life well, honestly, maybe I do.
Do what?
Yeah, let me tell you. When I was with these girls and in this environment, and also just the type of people they were, I really felt so just comfortable and free, and it was just such a nice space to be in. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, yeah.
That's
I just
okay.
couldn't see the waveform.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
No, it was just so nice. Like, these people were just so great and so open and free and creative, and I don't know, I really felt like in the right place. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I was just like, yeah, these are my people. Even though
nice.
I knew all of them. I'm not like super close with them, but I was just like, I love
Aligned.
being here. Yes. And I had some really nice conversations as well that really inspired me. And I was really like in this nice little bubble after I came back. It was really nice.
That's good to hear, because I remember thinking before you went, I know how you feel like when you're out of your routine and you don't have your sleep.
Yeah.
So I was curious how that was going to be. It sounded like an intense weekend, but I'm glad.
I think I prepped for it really well, because I had that thought like before going into it. I just made sure that I did everything I needed to do last week, like during the week, and that I really had like restful days before going into this weekend, knowing that the weekend was going to be quite intense. So yeah, what was your highlight?
So I wrote something completely different. Well, I think my highlight that I can just think of the top of my head was yesterday being in the studio. Like it was so nice to be intentionally creative with this new mindset that I feel like I've adopted just from doing the artist way of being aware of how I'm creating and the mindset I want to be in when I'm creating, and just not being in my head. And Joshua also has this very specific way when he writes. He's so quick in the studio, so we'll build like the foundation of a track, and then he's already got the microphone and he presses record. He doesn't sit and write the lyrics and think what's the melody. He'll kind of freestyle and then go line by line, and then just what comes out. If he likes it, he'll keep it. If he doesn't, he'll just keep recording. So it was really cool to do it in that pace, and I really like what we did. And it was also just fun. Like we started like 2 different songs, got to DJ for a bit. Like it was just really nice to be in that creative space, even though I was so tired, but my soul needed that. Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. But what I actually wrote down as my highlight is not necessarily a highlight, but was this thing I just did. And I was, I really had to laugh at myself afterwards, because my mind was just somewhere else. I was walking through the train station, or I was walking out the train station. You know those automatic doors that open when you leave the station? Yeah. So I don't know why I did this. I was at Hilversum station, and I walk, and the doors open for me, which they're automated, so of course, and they don't have a consciousness. But the doors open, and I went, thanks. What? I said thank you, and I gave the door a little wink. And I did it, and I was like, what happened? It's like I had a glitch, and I thought it was a person pulling the doors open for me. Right. And I paused when I walked out the doors, and I was like, wow, like I'm in space. Like I needed to come back to Earth and land. I think I was having a conversation. I must have been having a conversation in my head with someone, and then the doors open. I was like, thanks. Yeah, that was weird.
But do you ever feel like you are in a reality TV show?
No, not in this moment. Like Big Brother.
I have that sometimes. I feel like we talk about this, that sometimes something happens and then you look in a camera, which there's no camera. Yeah. And you're like,
yeah, I do that. But then I would never kind of talk to the camera. Right. Yeah. It's more like, it was very strange.
But this is your highlight.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a highlight. I just thought it was like a funny moment that happened this week that I was like, I have to tell
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, thanks God. Yeah. Do you have a low light?
Do I have a low light?
Like a little...
Well, I am about to get my period. And as you know, and many people in my life know, this is, I call it Hell Week. And it's been living up to its name. So that's all I'll say about it. But it's been, sometimes, please tell me if you have this. Sometimes, it's not every month, but sometimes when I get my period, I have this crazy amount of rage that I feel in my body. Like I feel it like boiling inside myself. And it's just like everything pisses me off. Everything is annoying. Everything is frustrating. And I hate it because I know it's not me. I never feel like that, only in this week. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult.
I don't think I have that.
Yeah.
Not
amazing.
Not a boiling rage. I can definitely feel my patience is less.
Yeah.
And I would be more irritated. Yeah. But I don't feel like this
Oh my
like
God.
boiling rage of I'm about to tip over. I have moments of that, but I don't know if it's related to my cycle. Maybe it is, and it's something I can be more conscious of. I just get more emotional in my cycle in the sense of I just cry more. I think I'm a lot more sensitive. Yeah.
Agree.
My low light has been just bad sleep this week.
Ooh.
I think I really packed way too much into my schedule, and I had so much stuff to do with work, and I just was trying to do it all, and I sacrificed my sleep. Especially last night. I didn't go to sleep till 2:30 in the morning. But then at the same time, I was at the studio and I was loving it. And I mean, on a Wednesday, I'm like, it's not responsible. But I enjoyed it. And I knew today was going to be less demanding of me brain-wise.
Yeah.
So I think I've done pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about tonight?
My sleep?
Are you gonna go? Wait, you have this thing.
I have an event tonight, so I don't know what time it finishes.
No.
I think if I'm in bed by midnight, I'll be happy.
Right.
Because then I can wake up at 8.
Yeah,
which doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I probably won't because it's so light outside, and I'll probably wake up at 6:30 again. But
I know.
You know.
Okay.
The topic of the week.
Yeah. Today is gonna be a little bit more fun, because we're gonna jump on a trend.
Maybe,
maybe not. Yeah. So we actually put something up on our story.
And we were overwhelmed by the responses. So thank you to everyone who wrote in.
Really nice. So if you know, or maybe not know, there's this trend going around and it's called propaganda I'm not falling for. And then there's also the propaganda I am falling for.
Should we read out some of the ones that people sent in? I think we'll have a look at what a lot of people sent in, and then we'll tell you some of our own.
Yes. So yeah, we put it up in our stories. We got a bunch of replies, so we just want to go through them because we think they're funny.
Propaganda I'm not falling for. We should keep it anonymous, right? I'm not going to say who said what. Okay. Labubus.
Fuck yes.
Number 1.
My God. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't really have many. I think, I mean, you do you.
But have you seen?
I've seen the Labubu. Do you know what? I've seen what the Labubu looks like. I have not seen the craze of it.
Girl, people stand outside in the pouring rain for like 5 hours to get one of these things.
Can you tell people who are listening like what a Labubu is if they don't know?
Oh, so a Labubu is from what I've gathered, is like this charm, I guess, like a little doll animal, whatever. And you can, it's a charm. So you can put it either with your keys, or I think a lot of people put it on their bags.
But it's big, right? It's not like a little charm. It's like, well, maybe we can put a picture on here if you're watching on YouTube.
And they come in like all different sorts. And I think, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think you buy a box and then you don't know which one is inside.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a surprise,
mystery.
Which is, I guess that's kind of fun. But I guess it's just like, I think in general, I'm just kind of over the cycle of trends and how fast everything is going. Okay. And then everyone jumps on to something. And I think this is just a little bit ridiculous.
You know, I've never been into like charms on things. Yeah. Like I do have key rings, but
right.
I feel like I've never been someone who carries around like big bags. And so
honestly, when I see like people with a bag, like a handbag with a few charms, I do think it looks cute. You know what I love? A charm, like a lip gloss. I think that's cute.
Oh yeah.
You know, or like you have like makeup charms, which I think are funny. So I've never had them, but I think can look cute. So I understand but
that's also functional, I feel.
Yeah, I understand wanting to dress up your bag, like it looks fun, you know. I get it, but I just like, this is like, you know.
The next one is summer body. Are you falling for this or not?
I am.
You are falling for it?
Yeah, I am.
What does that mean?
I want to look good in summer. Like, I want to be snatched in summer. Yes, I do. And like, not that I think I I don't know. I think it's because, if you have to like wear a bikini, I think you're going to be maybe more, I'm going to be more mindful of what I look like. So think. Yeah.
But I feel like, so summer body, I think, kind of suggests that people are going to extremities to look a certain way just for a season. So they're like, okay, now I need to cut this out of my diet. I need to be working out every day. Like, it feels maybe it's not the healthiest mindset of, I want to go out and look the best. So I'm going to, I don't know, make extreme adjustments to my lifestyle in order to have that. Not like, I think a consistent change that's healthier is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm aligned with you in some way, because I think we've always been like, it's 3 months until summer. Like, let's get locked in and enjoying this process of looking better, feeling better. But I also feel like it's something that we maintain throughout the year pretty consistently anyway. I think we're always quite aware of our wellness.
Yes.
So
yeah, for me personally, I'm not like super extreme, and like I don't do like extreme dieting.
Yeah.
But I do, like, I had this one summer, I remember it was in 2021, and I did the 75 hard. I completed it right before summer, and I just remember feeling so good. And I think that is nice. I haven't really done that this year, but I do think it's nice when you like lock in just right before summer, you get yourself snatched, and then also then you don't have to care in summer, you know, because you look good already. Because, you know, in summer, I feel like during summertime, that's when I want to have more alcoholic drinks. That's when I want to have like little snacks. Like, you want to go out to a terrace or eat out, you know, like I feel like that's when you know, that and Christmas is when you pack it on, I feel like. And then
I like to pack it on in the winter just because I feel like it keeps me warmer.
Right. But I feel like honestly, like January to June is like the perfect 6 months to lock in.
Yeah.
With anything, actually, like do the work.
So are you falling for it or not?
I am.
Yeah? Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, I look good, so whatever.
Exactly.
I always have a summer body, so.
Healthy way.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip some of these.
Okay.
But this one I feel very passionate about. The 40-hour working week being the norm.
Yeah, it's not my norm, but yeah.
But it's
the
societal
norm. Yeah, definitely.
Norm. And I completely agree. Not falling for that. Disagree. Don't want it. Don't need it. I'm not about it. The 9 to 5, I feel like, is a trend that has been around for too long.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to release it, to have people. I also think we should be catering our work schedules and routines to our cycles.
My God.
I feel like our sleep cycle, our menstrual cycle, just all of our things.
Yeah.
Like, physiologically, it should be aligned with that. And I think it's not. And I'm really not for that.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I do want to say though, like I'm not for the 48 hours.
48.
I'm not for the 40 hours, and I don't like 9 to 5. However, I do like working in the day. So like the 9 to 5 for like.
But you would do. I feel like you could do 7 to 3 with your schedule, because you're an early riser.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I know you have your morning routine, but like in terms of your awake times and your productivity time.
But yeah, I think that's also like the discussion around 9 to 5 is that you never actually work those actual hours. Like you're not productive in all those hours. So it could just be less. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
I think it should be less, and I think it should be flexible. This one of my last jobs I really liked because there were no meetings before 10 in the morning. Like, that was kind of an unspoken standard, and it was very flexible. I remember one time the CEO saying, like, if you need to look after yourself in order to perform your best. And so you need to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. So if you need to go to the gym at 2:00 in the afternoon for an hour and then come back to work, do that. Like, it was very flexible, but it also, of course, requires trust. And, you know, you need to be enjoying your work. Because if someone says that to you and you don't like your job, you'd be like, great, I'm going to go to the gym and spend 2 hours there and not do my work. So, but when you're in an environment where everyone kind of enjoys what they're doing and there's a mutual trust, I think your productivity is higher anyway, because you want to be there and you're able to look after yourself and you know that your employer values your wellness.
Yeah. definitely.
How do you feel about big friend groups? Someone wrote this in, that they're not falling for it.
Yeah. We've talked about this before.
I think we have.
Yeah, that's when we did
Oh
it
my
outside.
gosh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we have talked about this.
I feel different types of way because I see it. I don't have big friend groups, and I've never had big friend groups.
What's big to you?
Like more than 5. I don't know.
Okay.
I have always had like small groups. And then after that, I would say that it was always just like, I have more like individual friendships. I don't have like a group I hang out in. And I do think that if you always hang out in group settings, then I do think you can't have like a very deep relationship with all of them. Then I'm sure that there's like people you have maybe a closer relationship to than others. But for example, when I see with my boyfriend, like he lives in this town and he has all these people around him that like all his friends live there that he has known since like when he was like literally first going to school, like at 5 years old.
Wow.
And then they're all there. And then when there's a party or, you know, when, for example, when it's nice outside and they go to the water, everyone gathers and it looks really nice. And I'm like, wow.
Does he have one-on-one time with any of them? Is that something that's even important to him? Some people don't need that, I feel.
Yeah, no. So he has like a few friends I would say are probably like his best and closest friends. And then he'll hang out with them like in smaller settings as well. Mm-hmm. But he will call anyone his friend. And I'm like, is that really your friend? Like, what's his name? Like, you don't even talk to him. Yeah. But he's like, of course they're my friends. And yeah, I am way more like, I have 8 friends and that's it. Well, not 8, but like maybe 12. I have like 12 friends.
Yeah.
And those are my friends. And like, and then of course you have like people you know and you are friendly with. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a big group.
But how do you feel about friend groups? I mean, I know, okay, I guess you said that you don't feel like you can have deep relationships with each person in a friend group. Remember, what did you say? If you're friends with everybody, you're friends with nobody.
I
something
said
like that.
A friend to all is a friend to none.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I don't think that's crazy.
I do.
I don't.
Clearly.
Well,
so
I think you can be friendly with everyone. I don't think you can be like, for example, if we look at our friendship, you cannot have 12 of these friendships, I think, at this level.
So this comes back to our definition of what a friend is.
No, but I'm saying the level of friendship.
Yeah.
I feel like this is always what I used to say. I feel like in friendship, I'm like, say we're at a concert. Mm-hmm. I am the star on the stage. Yeah. And then I have people in my backstage. Yeah. You know? Like the closest, mm-hmm. top tier people mm-hmm. and family. Mm-hmm. I feel like actually maybe, and then you have like your first,
the golden circle.
Yeah. Yeah. Golden circle. And then it goes
different
tiers. Like that. Yeah, there's tiers.
But they're still all friends. You just have different friendships with them. So if I could give my opinion on big friend groups, I love them. I feel like it's a community. And I feel that I have quite a big friend group, but I have specific friendships with certain people in the group. We also hang out in like subgroups sometimes. Like it's not that everyone's always there, but there's like a community group. If we are like hosting a party, we know that everyone on that list, for example, is going to get invited. Yeah. If it's like a dinner, it'll be like a tier closer or, and I think that, I mean, it depends who's choosing, but if I'm like going to something and I have so many spots, I would not invite everyone in the group. I'd invite like my closest people. Yeah. So, but I also really like the group settings because I like to go out and do things and it's nice that there's multiple people. Or if someone's like, hey, I want to go to this party, it's like, oh, let's put it in the chat and then like the whole group's there. And it's like that feeling of when you're out and you just know everyone in the room, it's like that familiarity of being in school again.
Yeah.
Or the comfortability of it.
Yeah.
I like that. But I do not have deep I feel like I do have quite substantial relationships with more people than average, but I don't have, I don't call everyone my best friend.
Right.
I'll say that.
Yeah. How do I feel about it? Honestly,
Well, it's just, are you falling for it or not?
I would love to have a big friend group. I just don't. And I feel like it's in my personality to not have a big friend group.
Why?
Because I prefer one-on-one time.
Yeah, but you could have that. I feel like listen, you know how I feel with one-on-one time, but I also feel like my personality is for a group too. I feel the same with you, and I feel like we're quite similar. So I think you do well in a group.
Yeah, I guess I'm just never in a group setting, so I don't really know, maybe.
Well, you will be.
Okay.
Okay, next topic. The next piece of propaganda. Raw meat diet. Or just eating animals in general. That was what someone said.
Is that called like the carnivore diet or something?
I think carnivore is when you just eat meat, which sounds insane.
Yeah. I mean...
Are people falling for that though?
Yeah.
For just eating meat? Or as in like
I've
raw
seen this
meat?
like raw meat kind of thing. Yeah.
That just sounds like men desperate to be in touch with their animal nature and like feel masculine and primal, and that is... Surely you can't eat raw meat.
I mean...
Like salmon? You can eat smoked salmon. That's raw, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you can eat raw salmon, but like
steaks
meat?
or... No. Goodbye. That's not... I'm not falling for that. That's disgusting.
We don't eat meat in anyways, so...
No, I don't eat anything with a face. No animals, nothing with a face.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely not falling for that. We can't really have a debate about it. I have a friend who loves fish though.
Well, I don't mind fish.
I really don't like... I find fish more gross than chickens, cows, horses.
I get that. I do get that. I remember always going... as a kid, I would always go to France to holiday, like on holiday. And you have these big, gigantic, like, supermarkets in France. And they would always have, like, a fish department. And I cannot stand that. Even on the market, it makes me want to literally throw up.
I think that's
and you see those like
fish
eyes, like,
and they're looking at you. They're always looking at you. I think we need to. I'm like, fish is something I'm done with. Like as I'm done that. I'm done with that for other people. I need everyone to be done with fish. Yeah, I think it smells so bad. Imagine you pick a slimy little creature out the ocean and you're like, I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Cooked salmon.
All salmon.
I used to like smoked salmon back when I was, disconnected from reality and eating animals, but I can't comprehend it anymore.
But so you think eating
animals
is just completely wrong?
I think it's gross.
Okay.
Yeah. Not from... I think... Do you know what it is? Abigail's vegan, right? And she told me years ago. I was like, how do you just not eat animals and like meat? And she was like, well, I don't think of it as food. I think of it as an animal. And it helped me kind of also shift my mindset, because I was struggling with when I first became a vegetarian. And now, like, when you would see like chicken on your plate, you see like chicken wings, or, it doesn't look like a chicken. But I would, now when I look at it, I see a leg. It's like, I see that there's a leg of an animal. So it's not appealing to me in the same way.
Yeah.
I miss how I used to see it, because I used to enjoy eating it. It's
Right.
not that I think it tastes bad.
No.
I don't think fish tastes great, but like, I think it's more my mental shift. It doesn't allow me to...
Yeah.
I do think, and maybe this is controversial, but I feel like if I ate meat again, I would never eat meat again, but if I see it as the same as like eating a person. Yeah. I know that's crazy, but to me, it's meat. If it's just meat, then it's... Right. Does it matter where it comes from? Because the fact that people were so upset when IKEA was like, by the way, these meatballs are made of horses. I'm like, so if you're going to eat a cow, why would you not eat a horse? What's the difference? And I would
people
never
upset about that.
People were outraged.
Really?
I think I mean, of course Holland's a little bit different with like the horse meat, but I think it's that I think it's that IKEA like lied about it, that people were more like offended by. But honestly, get over it. If you're gonna eat a cow, eat a horse. I think we need to stop being so precious about this kind of thing.
Right.
Sorry, one more thing. Cow's milk. Why not breast milk? Same thing. Makes more sense.
Yeah. I could never see, this is my problem because I could never drink milk again. I would not.
Mm-hmm.
However, I really enjoy yogurt.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Yeah, that's true. I eat cheese, girl. Like, you know, I can't be too about that one. Yeah. But do you know what I don't like is that some people in this country love to like just drink a glass of cow's milk.
Oh my God.
And that is...
We used to get, when I was in school, when I was younger, like when I was like just going to school, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
We would have school milk.
Yeah.
They would give us milk.
I remember that. We did that too. And then we'd have a nap.
A
Disgusting.
Nap?
Yeah.
I didn't have a nap.
But we were like 5 or 6. We used to
They do that in Spain, no? Where they had like
a little siesta.
Oh,
it was
my
like,
God.
I don't remember how long. It probably felt longer than it was. But we used to get little cartons of milk with a little straw. And then we'd have a little nap on the carpet. Yeah.
Wow.
I do think... Well, I don't need to go so much into this whole breast milk thing. I'll leave that. It's a bit weird. But just think about it. If you're going to drink cow's milk from another animal, why would you not drink milk from your own species? Like we were made to, you know, as babies. Would you try it? Would you try... We don't even listen. Would you try your own breast milk?
My own? Yeah.
Would you try mine?
I don't know.
Not from the source, but like if I made like a...
No. Not from the source. What the fuck? Are you insane?
If I like made you a little iced coffee and I was like...
Don't you dare do that to me.
would tell you. I would say, by the way, I made this iced coffee with my breast milk. Would you try it? What if I made a cake?
I think of my own, I would definitely try. Like, yeah.
Well, you would want to know like what your baby's
Would you eat your placenta?
Why?
I don't know. People
It's
do it.
really
I think
high
Kourtney Kardashian
nutrients.
did it.
I'd entertain the idea, but so that's a no. You wouldn't try my breast milk.
No. Let's continue.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little offended.
It's okay.
That's okay. The next one is: are you falling for using mental health labels casually?
I don't know. Am I?
I am. I'm just gonna say it. Yes, I know. Context is important. But I am sometimes, I can be pretty like, what's it, like nihilistic in my, if I'm like feeling not so great, I'll be like, yeah, I want to like, you know, like, but I know you don't like that.
Okay,
because I've made these jokes before.
What does it say?
Using mental health labels casually.
But mental health labels in my mind that's saying you have ADHD, saying you're depressed, saying you have anxiety, saying you're autistic. That's not a mental health label.
It's something.
Well, I guess you could say it's suicidal, but
yeah.
I don't think that's a label. Is it?
Yeah, surely. If someone's, I would say so. It's
okay,
like maybe a cause
yes.
of depression.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or not a cause, a result of feeling depressed.
Yeah.
Or a potential. Yeah, but I sometimes would be like, I feel a little depressy.
Well, yeah.
So, but is that more the casual use of it?
Maybe, yeah.
Then I have to say I'm falling for it because sometimes that's just how I feel.
Yeah, agree.
What are you not falling for? You tell me.
Well, I know we agree on one.
Yeah.
Which is matcha.
Yeah.
Matcha lattes, matcha whatever. Anything matcha.
No. I love a matcha cookie.
Oh, okay.
I think those are banging. Those ones from Albert are really good.
Just like matcha instead of coffee? No.
Has it got caffeine in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
but like less.
I think it tastes
don't
like
know.
grass. I'm really not into matcha.
Yeah, I've tried it. Like I don't mind the taste, but I'll never replace it for coffee. So, and like again, like now all of a sudden matcha's the thing, and then everyone's getting their green powder and their little whisk,
Yeah.
and they're like preparing the whole thing. I'm like, I feel like
It's the ritual though. It
lately,
must be a nice ritual.
everything is becoming a ritual though, and
Oh.
everything has like 10 steps and all these like accessories or like tools that you need. It's just I'm over it.
Wait, that's funny. Yes, sorry. Someone wrote 10-step skincare routine.
Yeah, also not following. It's let me tell you,
It's a
as
lie.
someone who's knowledgeable about beauty and about skincare, it's bullshit and it's marketing, and you don't need it. You don't need it, and you definitely don't need to pay like a bunch of like
Money.
or like a lot of money for these high end products, because that's also bullshit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Save your money
save your money, like literally.
for the festivals.
There's this one girl. Ooh, I don't know her name. There's this one girl, and she deep dives into ingredients on TikTok, and she will look at like a high-end product that's supposedly really good. She looks at the ingredients, and then she's gonna find like the cheapest version with like the same effects.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I have to say, all the skincare products that you've recommended to me, which have always been so much more affordable, I prefer to when I've spent more money.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I do you know what, I did fall for the CeraVe hype a while ago.
That's also
back in the day.
drugstore though, right? I just think it looks ugly. Yeah,
The branding.
I don't like
but
that.
I feel like it was one of the moisturizers to me was more expensive than one that you recommended, and I mean that's because they sell them in like huge bottles, but
right.
I don't like the smell of that. But it's very
Yeah.
it's like medicinal. I feel like the
Yeah.
look, the branding, and the smell. What else is on your list?
Yeah, I'm not falling for clean girl aesthetic, but it ties into something I hate. So yeah. I also wrote down Labubu. Yeah, I have one last thing, and it might be a little controversial.
Yes.
But I'm gonna say propaganda I'm not falling for is plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures.
Okay. Do you want to say more?
I am all for like everyone just do what they want to do, but I think it's an interesting discussion, but I feel like yeah, I have moments, where I'm like, should I get Botox? Like, should I get filler? And I'm like, no. Like, we are perfect as we are. We shouldn't have to change ourselves. And I think it's always tied to a beauty standard, and the beauty standards change all the time. We've seen it with the BBLs. Like, those are a trend. They're not anymore. And that is quite like a extreme one, right? And like a lot of people died getting those. And of course, like a little filler here and there is not crazy. But I really think like it's really crazy that you have so many like celebrities and like influencers, and they all get shit done, which fine. But I do think it's problematic when you have such a big presence online, or that young people look at this and then they all want to alter themselves to look more like that, or they think that that's like the best way to look, or
but don't you also think that if people had if someone who was very, very popular had no surgery and was completely natural, people would still want to get surgery to look like that person if they idolized them and looked up to them? If whoever, like for example, Marilyn Monroe, I don't know what she had done, if she had anything done, but she was curvier at the time, or was considered curvy then, and that was the beauty standard, to be curvier, to be a bit round and just more filled out. And I feel like that, because that was natural, but people still wanted to be like that. So even though it had nothing to do with surgery, assuming she had none, it was still because she was decided to be the standard, people wanted to look like that. And so people would change themselves, no? Like even if they didn't have surgery, wouldn't you still change yourself to or I can imagine people still wanting to change themselves to look a certain way.
Yes, but I just don't like the entire idea of having to alter yourself to fit a standard. Whether your inspiration is someone who didn't have surgery or someone who did have surgery.
Right. Okay. So, okay. I understand.
So either way, yeah. And I get it though. It's in your face every single day. You see it all around you. Yeah.
I think I don't want to fall for it, but I do. I feel it. I feel it in me, in like comparison. But I do think there's a level. Like, I think I would consider Botox. I don't think anything else, to be honest. Well, actually, when I was young, I really wanted a boob job. Yeah.
Really?
I did.
Me too, but I wanted to make them smaller.
Yeah, I don't anymore. I would consider filler. I would consider Botox. But for now, I don't want to start doing it because I think if I start doing something, I'll get used to it and I'll want to do more of it, or I want to maintain it, and I don't have the time for that. So I'm good for now as I am.
Okay. Anything you're not falling for?
Well, so we talked about matcha. I put this is kind of crazy. There's this Instagram Reels is just, I think, kind of gotten out of control. It's a bit quite out of hand. All of these like slime videos, like ASMR stuff, and I don't know why it's on my explore, because I hate watching it, and it's like these fake pimple popping videos. Girl, I feel like I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but I'm really not into these types of, I don't know what it's called. It's like ASMR porn or something, or like not actual porn, but I mean, it's like, when people say like, food porn, it's like this, but with sensory things. So the pimple popping, it's like this rubber, like the one I saw today, it was like a wolf's head. It was awful, but it was not real, and this person was injecting fake pus into it. This is so good. I don't even want to include this. It's disgusting. Like injecting fake pus into it just to be able to pop the pimple and squeeze it out. Right. I hate it. It gives me such an ick.
Ew,
Maybe I need to start giving feedback to my algorithm of like not interested,
Yeah.
I don't know why it's popping up. I hate it. That's really the only thing I put on things I'm not falling for.
Okay. Anything you are falling for?
Somatic therapy. Really into this idea.
What's that?
Somatic therapy is like a type of therapy that focuses on your physiology. So trauma processing in the body rather than talk therapy. So focusing on where do you feel it? Where's this tension? Releasing it from your body. I think you can do this through yoga. Depending on where you store it. And I'm very much into this because I am a talker. I am very much in the head, someone who can process and intellectualize all my feelings and emotions. And I like the idea of somatic therapy because it puts me back in my body. So I'm really into this idea.
Tried it then?
A little bit last year. Yeah. Some of the stuff that I did was more somatic therapy. And I'm hoping that we're going to do more of it this year, but we'll see. But I also think it's encouraging me to, like, some of the exercises we come up with in therapy to give me to try outside of therapy are very much focused on regulating my body. And I love it. I really, really like it. So I'm 100% falling for that, and I will recommend it to everyone. You want to go?
I don't have much, actually. I just wrote down, I am falling for journaling. And affirmations. I think I spoke on this before, but it's something that before I was kind of like, yeah, all right, journaling, or yeah, all right, affirmations. But it works for me like crazy, and I need to do it every day to feel good.
I am on board with this. I notice now my mood is different when I don't do my morning pages.
Yeah, agree. Also, what I'm falling for is dyeing your hair when you feel you need a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I wrote was shaving my head will liberate me. I see a lot of people on the internet saying like, don't shave your head when you're feeling emotional. Don't do crazy things like that because you'll regret it. Then I see other people being like, do it. It's like the little angel and the devil on the shoulder.
Right. Well, I think if you're in like a hysterical state, maybe no. But if you are like, if you've really thought about it, then
how many years have I been talking about it?
Yeah, honestly, a long time.
I want to feel.
But are you not scared you're gonna hate it?
And then what? Like, if I hate it, so like, what can I do about it? And I think I want to get to the place where I'm like, if I hate it, whatever. Like, I don't care. I want to be able to. That's why I say I think shaving my head will liberate me, is because once I've done it, I have no choice but to appreciate it. And I feel that letting go of. I get a lot of comments about my hair. A lot of people, don't cut your hair. Oh my gosh, if you don't shave your head, your hair's so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of want to feel that I don't need my hair to be beautiful. And I don't need it to feel beautiful. Even if I have a wonky ass shaped head, I feel that I would love to be able to.
When would you do it then?
So I have a plan, but I would love to be able to look at myself as a bald woman and be like, you're gorgeous. And I'm going to do it when I'm pregnant. Because I really want a round head and a round belly.
That's good,
I think
though.
it will look really good. I'm going to look so good when I'm pregnant. I get little glimpses of it when I eat like a really big meal and I bloat, and I'll stand in the mirror and be like, oh. And I love it.
God.
I love the look of it on my tummy. I'm going to love the look of it on my head. And I've said this to you, my scalp is the one place on my body that I have no idea what it looks like or what it feels like without hair. So I need to know this part of myself before I die.
I think I would love to be pregnant.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, like.
Not yet. When the time is right.
When the time is right.
That's what I'm falling for. I don't have anything else. Something you hate this week. What's on your list?
No. Do I want to save this
for the next one? I think so. The next episode is really good.
Right.
I'm excited for that. So I have been shifting some of my notes around because I want to save some story. Also, can I just really quickly, things I love, I want to give a shout out to Sarah because I know she's listening.
Oh, Sarah!
Yes.
Yes.
I think really quickly, I think it's hard sometimes for us when we're recording the podcast. I mean, we love it because we're just chatting, but knowing that people are listening who don't necessarily, not a lot of people always engage in the comments and things, you know, people are not super active. There's like silent listeners, but it's nice to know that they're there.
Yeah.
And
please let us know, guys.
That.
Yes.
So thank you if you are listening.
Yes.
I love you. And leave a comment on our Instagram and say what should they say.
We should choose an emoji, like a specific emoji. What I'm thinking. Yeah.
No, they need to write something.
Okay.
It's better for the engagement.
Okay.
What can they write?
Honestly? Yes. Start your sentence with honestly and then just give us your take or your thought.
A hot take.
Yeah.
Maybe tell us something you're loving or hating this week. Say, honestly, I hate blah, blah, blah.
Yes, please.
So do it.
Or I love. Yeah.
Waiting for it.
So one thing I can share that I hate, and it actually also ties into propaganda I'm not falling for, and maybe I'm just being an actual hater, but I hate running clubs. Sorry.
Last week when we were at the restaurant.
Oh my God. Listen, I went on a walk. I went actually on a couple of walks this week, but the other day I went on a walk and it must have been like 5 p.m. or something. I go to Vondelpark because this is like my usual like quick round. Oh my, you know what? It almost feels like I am in a movie. I'm like, there's no place like feeling I'm in a simulation like Vondelpark. Because no one walks. Actually, everyone runs. I feel like it's kind of weird when you walk there because everyone is running. Everyone is running. And, you know, I run there too. So I don't judge runners. But then I was walking there. I think I saw 8 or more running clubs, and they storm past you like fucking horses. And I was like, no. You know, maybe it's really nice to be in one. I'm sure it is. But like looking at it from the outside, I'm like, ew.
I think it is a big difference being in it versus out of it,
Yeah.
because whenever I've encountered them and we've been on a walk in Fondle Park, I first hear the feet and then I hear the and I just can't. And it's so loud. I'm like, why are you breathing that loudly around me? Hold your breath when you go past people.
Ew.
It'll be good for your heart rate too.
Yeah. Insane.
So I have to say, the other day when we were having dinner over there, I thought it was a running club going past, but it was like a humongous roller skating club. And it was so,
that
I think
I
that
do
is
find
so
funny,
funny because it's so cute. And it's like all these people who just love rollerblading. No,
Yeah.
roller skating. I can't remember. Probably both. And they were all just sliding on past
with
the
music.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was, to me, that is just so, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's just like a middle class hobby, I feel, that people have. Like, let's get the roller skates on and skate around the city, and it's just so.
But yeah, I can imagine
funny.
it being nice because, you know, especially with nice weather outside. Yeah.
I love this one. Did you say something you hate? That was something you hate, wasn't it? Something I hate. Yeah, backpacks on a busy train. Like, who are you that you're walking into a train during rush hour and not taking your bag off your back, but you're turning around to find space and bashing me in the head? I find that outrageous behavior.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Like, I would put those people in the Hunger Games. Yeah. And your weapon is your backpack. Yeah. And see how well you do.
But I would put those people in the Hunger Games.
I can't. I
It's
really,
insane.
really can't stand
Yeah.
the backpack on a train. I find it so inconsiderate.
It is.
So,
it is. It definitely is.
Let me leave it at that. Don't be one of those people. Are you thinking?
I'm doing just one thing I love.
Oh, you want to save the rest?
I think so.
Okay.
Mm,
because we're recording next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one should I do? No, yeah. I love a hotel breakfast. I
Agree.
have had a couple in the month of June, and I just love it. I don't know. It's just, I wish I could have a hotel breakfast every breakfast. Like
a
honestly,
buffet?
yeah.
Yes.
And like, oh yeah, I had a weekend away with my boyfriend for his birthday, beginning of June, and we were in a hotel and they had great, amazing breakfast, and it was so lovely. And I get like such, how do you say that in English, when you have like such big eyes for, like bigger eyes for your stomach or something? I don't know.
Eyes are too big for your stomach.
Yeah. I always have this because I'm like, especially in the morning if you haven't eaten anything yet, or like if you're just hungry, and then I see all these things and I'm like, oh my god, I want to eat everything, and it's so nice.
It's
so good.
Like on holiday, breakfast is the best thing.
Yeah.
And for me, when I'm traveling, a condition, if I'm in a hotel, my condition is buffet breakfast. It's got to have a buffet breakfast.
So good.
When I went to Jamaica, I always have two breakfasts when I'm on holiday, so I'll get a savory breakfast and then a sweet breakfast.
Yes.
But I would get pancakes with fried eggs and then syrup and then hash browns and then, it was just
so good.
unbelievable. And then you can go lay by the pool and sleep because you've eaten so much.
And also, well, I am a morning girl, so I just really, I love it when you can have just a perfect breakfast, and I just really feel like it sets me up for the day. So this past weekend, we were staying in a hotel, and me and the girl I was sharing a room with, like, she was also a morning girl, so we both woke up early in the morning, and then I was like, because they wanted to get breakfast somewhere else, but we were up early, so I was like, should we just go to the hotel breakfast and see if we can just like pay right there, because we didn't book it with our initial booking, and then we were like, yeah, let's just do it. And so we went over there and we just paid, and it was amazing.
That's a good love.
Yeah.
I have two more things I hate, but I think I'll just say one.
Okay. Do Do you not love it? Anything?
Oh, I do. I have a list of that as well.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't done with my things I hate list.
Wait. No. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
What?
No. Sorry. Nothing.
Okay. Wait. I want to know what you were going to tell me at that restaurant. And you started to tell me a story. That is honestly on the list of things I hate, when someone starts to tell a story and goes, never mind.
But I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Are you joking?
No. I don't think it
That's
wasn't
the
like
most annoying part of it. You were like, no, I'm not telling you. No.
Yeah, but you were saving a bunch of things for the pod as well.
But you didn't want to know them. You were just like, okay.
No, because so you were like, oh, I have all these things I can't wait to tell you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, I'll wait. And then I started, and then I was like,
exactly, I didn't start.
Yeah, no, I did start, and then I realized, no, this would be good, but what was it?
I hope you wrote it down for next week. Okay. Things I hate. This is something I hate, is curating the most hilarious, thoughtful collection of reels, sending it to your bestie and being left on red. Yeah. Need I say more?
Well, I deleted my Instagram.
This is not a recent thing from the past week. Let's be honest. It wouldn't be on my list if this was a week thing, a one-time thing.
Right.
This is this week I was like, you know what? This has earned its spot on my list now.
I don't know why, though.
Yeah. I would love to know. But I don't think any reason would make me feel better about it.
No.
Sometimes I'm like, or it'll be something so cute. It's like, I love my best friend. She's so like, we love each other. We're so great. She just reads it. And I'll be like, I guess not.
Well, that video you sent me today or whatever it was, but I saw it today. That I thought was hilarious.
Because I sent her a reel. You watched that one and replied to that one, and it was about how hurtful it is
so
when you send your best friend all these funny reels and they don't acknowledge it. They don't even react with a laughing emoji. That cuts me deep, I'm realizing. So but I did see someone say I don't mind when they left me on scene, because to be seen is to be like loved. But I don't relate to that.
Right.
So yeah, that's the other thing on my list this week. Something I love this week is, I'm gonna say Rob, because I noticed we hung out last weekend, and I just noticed how when I'm gonna see her, or when I do see her, my nervous system just like exhales. It's like I just relax. And so if I'm feeling a little fragile or a little not myself, and I'm gonna see Rob and we're gonna have a walk, or we're gonna do whatever we do, I feel excited for the level of relaxation I can get to. Like, my nervous system loves that girl, and it was nice to feel that and acknowledge that. So I had to add that to my list.
That's really nice. You know, I was actually thinking of maybe we could incorporate a friend shout out
each week. Well, you only have 12 friends.
Always when I'm thinking of the things I love, I also often have this where I'm like,
you want to say a friend?
My friend, yeah, it was so great. So
if we want, yeah. Do you have a parting phrase? I feel like I want to do, honestly, what's your vibe this week? Honestly. Is that it? Honestly, sigh? That could be it.
Yeah. I'm like, honestly, I'm fucking over it. Yeah. Honestly, I'm over feeling how I've been feeling.
Okay.
I'm just over it. So
honestly, I'm over it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
honestly I am. And I'm gonna end it. I'm just gonna decide, like, this is the end. I'm done.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine for the week is, honestly, I need a day off. Everything.
What about this weekend?
The one coming?
Do you have a day off?
No, I don't mean like a literal day off. I mean like I need a break from feeling this way. I need a break from not sleeping. I need a break from annoying people. I need a break from whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. A day off. But I honestly go with God. That's my parting words. So thank you for listening. Have an amazing week. Love you.
Love you.